had some big stars on this show over the years, none bigger than this fella. Would you please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the idol of millions of Hulkamaniacs around the world, the incredible Hulk himself, Hulk Hogan. Pleased to see you, but I mean, looking at you, really are a big lad.
Well, not as big as that guy I just body slammed.
He was big, was he?
Yeah. In America, I'm 6'7", the same as here, but that's how we measure ourselves there. 6'7", and Andre the Giant is 7'4".
7'4"?
Yeah, he's a real giant, and he weighs almost 600 pounds.
A biggie.
So that was WrestleMania III. That was a few years ago, and that was in the Pontiac Silverdome in Detroit, Michigan. A week before, they had the Rolling Stones there, and they had 80,000 people, and then I wrestled Andre in the same building, and we had 93,000 people.
93,000?
And it's still the world's indoor attendance record.
I can imagine that being beaten by one other thought. Maybe you fighting Mike Tyson. Could that ever be a possibility, Hulk?
Well,
what would you do if someone offered that to you?
I've been trying to get that juvenile delinquent in the ring with me for quite some time. But you see, I don't know how many people here saw Rocky III, one of Sylvester.
Well, you're in that, weren't you?
Yes. And one of the reasons I was in the movie was Mr. Stallone wanted to show the world what would happen if a boxer got in the ring with a wrestler. And so I would love to get my hands on Mike Tyson.
What would you do? Would you just lean on him? I suppose he couldn't do much of it. I mean, you're much heavier.
Well, he's done a lot of crazy things lately. The first thing I'd do is discipline him. I'd like to get him over my knee first.
Give him a smack.
Yeah. But we've approached him on several occasions, and even flew over to Tokyo to try to get him to sign a contract to referee a match. But after we got him to sign the contract, a week later, Buster Douglas beat him for the championship. So we had Buster Douglas as the special referee.
But let me talk about you for a second, because you are an enormous guy. And were you a big baby?
Well, yes, I was. I was 11 pounds when I was born.
11 pounds? I bet the doctor didn't smack your bum when you... Well, let me ask you about an average day's eating. Yeah, what would you eat in one day? What would be breakfast, lunch, maybe dinner?
I'm trying to stay away from the fatty foods because the camera loves detail, and I'm trying to work on my film career now. And today I had 18 egg whites. 18? Yeah, with a few onions and mushrooms chopped in, and whole wheat toast, and I bring protein, cans of protein with me everywhere. And I try not to eat too late at night because it's kind of hard to burn that food off, but I do eat quite a bit.
Steak, stuff like that?
Sometimes, but the red meat will slow you down. When you get a little older, you'll find out.
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Yes.
Eventually.
Yeah. If you know the fish and the meat and the chicken, those are all good sources of protein. But basically, the meat is something that slows your metabolism down. So, I try to stay away from that.
I was watching WrestleMania in America recently. I mean, the wrestling here, it went off the boil for a while. It's coming back now. I think spinning off of Sky Television, satellite, running the WrestleMania. I was amazed at the fervor from the fans who are yelling, little prim old ladies yelling out things like, tear his leg off! And are really getting involved up there. Does any of that anger ever spill over into the ring? I mean, it's obviously going to be very dangerous if you guys get cross with it, really cross with each other.
Well, once in a while things happen in there where the gentlemen in the ring get upset with each other. But what we've done, the reason wrestling is so big, is that we've taken wrestling to another level, and we call it sports entertainment now. And once I got into a position with a little bit of power, I was very serious with the promoters when I said I wanted to take it to another level because I started the entertainment. I started playing music on the way to the ring, and then when I'd body slam you, I'd look to the crowd for approval, and usually the approval got more of a roar than the wrestling move. And so...
You became the goodie. You brought into wrestling the goodie and the baddie, didn't you? It wasn't just two guys...
No, that was always there. But before we had the type of wrestling fan that wanted to see blood and wanted to see people get hurt. And so what I wanted to do was I was tired of insulting people's intelligence. And I told them that wrestling is more than just a sport. These are good athletes, but they're also good entertainers and good actors. That's why we call it sports entertainment now. So the people that wanted to see the wrestlers get hurt and wanted to see blood, they're gone now, and now we have families, we have children.
Yeah, the kids are there.
The arenas are sold out, and they know that when they buy a ticket, they're not going to see Mike Tyson knock somebody out in 2 seconds and rob them of their money. They buy a ticket to see wrestling, sports entertainment, and they get 3 hours of entertainment and fun.
Well, from entertainment, and dare I say, some kind of acting, it must require
of course.
You know, you've made the natural progression into acting, and it's now Hulk, the actor. And you have this marvelous new movie out, which I thought is wonderful. I thoroughly recommend this. Genuinely great family entertainment, a movie called Suburban Commando. And Hulk, good luck with the movie.
Thank you very
Suburban
much.
Commando.
Commando.
Go see it, it's wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, Hulk Hogan.